Here's Bernard Arnault. This guy made his first $1 million in a way that most people would only imagine. No matter where you live, $1 million is such a large amount of money to make. If you've ever wondered how some of the world's richest billionaires went from $1 to $1 million, I'll show you how Arnault did it. To go from $500,000 in assets to $1 million requires a 100% return, a level of performance hard for most people to achieve in less than 6 years. So how did Bernard Arnault make his first $1 million? Hit that like button and subscribe to the channel as we dive into the world of Bernard Arnault. Bernard Arnault is a French billionaire and the chairman and CEO of LVMH Moët Hennessy Louis Vuitton, the world's largest luxury goods company, with an estimated worth of €410 billion. Arnault is regarded as the pope of the fashion industry, and ambitious. He's the guy who dethroned Elon Musk as the wealthiest man on earth. Arnault has an estimated net worth of $185 billion as of February 2023, according to Forbes, making him the wealthiest person in the world. However, Bernard Arnault's journey to wealth was not an overnight success. He started his career in the family construction business and later moved to the fashion industry, where he made his first $1 million. Bernard Arnault was born on March 5, 1949, in Roubaix, France. His father was a manufacturer and the owner of a construction company, Ferret Savenel. As a child, Arnault was interested in business and would often accompany his father to the construction sites. He studied engineering at the École Polytechnique in Paris, and graduated in 1971. After completing his studies, he joined his father's company and worked as an engineer. In 1976, Bernard Arnault convinced his father to sell the construction business and invest in the real estate market. He believed that the real estate market had greater potential for growth and profitability. The family invested in a variety of properties, including an office building in Paris. Arnault managed the properties and was able to increase their value through renovations and upgrades. While working in the real estate industry, Bernard Arnault became interested in the fashion industry. He saw an opportunity to invest in struggling fashion brands and turn them around. In 1984, he acquired a struggling textile company, Boussac Saint Frères, which owned several high-end fashion brands, including Christian Dior. The acquisition of Boussac Saint Frères was a risky move for Arnault. The company was on the brink of bankruptcy, and many people believed that it was impossible to turn it around. However, Arnault saw potential in the fashion brands and believed he could bring them back to profitability. Arnault's first step was to bring in new designers to revamp the fashion brands. He hired Marc Jacobs to design for Louis Vuitton, John Galliano for Dior, and Michael Kors for Celine. These designers brought new energy and creativity to the brands and helped to reposition them in the market. The next step was to streamline the operations of the company. Arnault implemented cost-cutting measures and reorganized the management structure of the company. He also focused on expanding the distribution channels for the brands. He opened new stores and expanded into new markets, including Asia and the United States. Arnault's strategy paid off. The fashion brands under Boussac Saint Frères, including Christian Dior, began to see a resurgence in popularity and profitability. In 1985, the company generated a profit of 3 million francs. This was a significant improvement from the previous year when the company had lost 40 million francs. By 1987, Bernard Arnault had made his first $1 million. The success of the fashion brands led to a surge in the company's stock price. Arnault's share in the company was worth over $1 million, and he had become one of the richest people in France. Arnault did not stop there. He continued to expand the company's portfolio of luxury brands. In 1987, he acquired the champagne brand, Veuve Clicquot, and in 1988, he acquired the Italian fashion brand, Fendi. In 1989, he acquired the cosmetics brand, Givenchy, and the watch brand, Tag Heuer. Bernard Arnault's success in the fashion industry was not without its challenges. He faced criticism from some quarters for his aggressive approach to acquisitions and his focus on profitability over creativity. Bernard Arnault is a French billionaire businessman and the CEO of LVMH, a conglomerate of luxury brands. Arnault has built his multi-million-dollar fashion brands through decades of hard work, strategic acquisitions, and innovation. Along the way, he has faced a number of challenges. When Arnault took over at LVMH in 1989, the group consisted of a hodgepodge of brands. He worked to establish a cohesive brand identity and focus the company on luxury goods. Arnault's brands are known for their tradition and heritage, but he has also had to balance this with a need to innovate in order to keep up with changing consumer preferences and technological advancements. Arnault has weathered a number of economic downturns, including the 1997 Asian financial crisis, the 2008 global financial crisis, and the COVID-19 pandemic. During these times, he has had to make tough decisions about cutting costs, closing stores, and furloughing workers. Arnault's brands operate in a highly competitive market, and he has had to constantly innovate and differentiate his products in order to stay ahead of the competition. LVMH operates in more than 80 countries across 6 different industries, which has presented challenges in terms of managing complex global operations, dealing with different regulations and cultural norms, and managing logistics and supply chains. Despite these challenges, Arnault has been able to build one of the most successful luxury conglomerates in the world, with brands such as Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior, Fendi, Celine, Marc Jacobs, and Givenchy under its umbrella. Louis Vuitton reached €20 billion in 2022 sales, as LVMH touts €79 billion in total. LVMH generated €79.2 billion, $85.9 billion, in revenue during 2022, and profits from recurring operations reached €21.1 billion, $22.9 billion, both up 23% from the year before. As the chairman and CEO of LVMH, Arnault is involved in overseeing the strategy, operations, and creative direction of each brand within the conglomerate, with the goal of continuing to grow and expand their global reach and profitability. This may involve developing and launching new product lines, expanding into new markets, and building strong brand identities through marketing and advertising efforts. Additionally, Arnault may also be focused on sustainability and corporate responsibility initiatives, which are becoming increasingly important to both consumers and investors in the fashion industry.